Welcome. This is a demonstration of how I use the Garmin 430 aviation GPS for planning a short flight and using the device in the air. Planning. Let's start SkyDemon, and in this case I will simulate flying from Cranfield to Peterborough Simpson. But instead of a direct flight, I'm gonna fly over Olney, which is a visual reporting point northwest of Cranfield, and also because there is parachuting activity in Peterborough Simpson, we will be joining from the southeast from a large antenna or aerial in there. And once we've got the plan in the map, we just open the pilot log. We have to make sure that the reference points for these waypoints are indicated on the sheet by the RNAV coordinates, and to do that, just go to the settings page and then the plot columns. We make sure, make sure that the show RNAV vectors item is enabled or ticked, which is okay. And now we can start the Garmin simulator. Now the first thing is that it will go through its self-test. It will take maybe 30 seconds, after which we will see the OK sign flashing, and press the Enter key twice, and then briefly we can see the constellation of the satellites that it thinks it can see, and then the display goes to the moving map page. So the first thing is to define the user-defined waypoints, which is Olney and the aerial, which we've seen before, because these are not parts of the standard database of the Garmin software. So in order to do so, we use the cursor button to navigate to the waypoint page, which will be one clockwise turn of the larger knob, and then turn all the way the smaller one to the user waypoints page. Once you are there, push the cursor, and then give the first waypoint a name. It will be Olney, so I will call it OLN. Using the smaller knob, go to O, use the bigger knob to go to the next position, then again the small one to L, again big knob going to the next position, and then small knob to N. When we are happy with the name, press Enter. Then we have to give it a reference to the waypoint, or the reference waypoint, which is part of the database. This is where the RNAV information will be useful. So for this we can see that it will be from the Daventry VOR as a reference point. So I just put the TY, again using the same sort of input method. Small knob D, change the position with the big knob, and then the small one, again the T, and then Y. When we are happy with that, press Enter. Then we have to put the radial, which is 097. 0.097.0, enter, and the distance is 15 nautical miles. When we are happy and the create is highlighted, just press enter. Once we did that, there will be a little square indicating that a new user waypoint has been defined. So let's put the second one in, which will be the aerial or antenna. I will just use A and T for antenna. We can exit by either pressing the or pushing the cursor, so it starts flashing, or just press clear until it takes us back to the first navigation page. One click over the small knob, and that's back in the moving map. If I zoom out a little, I can see that Orly has been defined, and again the antenna will be somewhere up there here. So we are ready to input the flight plan. Press the flight plan button. It inputs our current position already. We are in Crownfield. So in order to put the next page, the next waypoint, we press the cursor button and start inputting the first waypoint, which is Orly, OLN. O L N, and you can see the little square indicating that it's a user-defined waypoint. So press enter. Next one will be the aerial or antenna, so it will be A. M T, again little square indicating that it's a user waypoint. Enter, it is a user waypoint. Accept, yes. And the last one is Peterborough Simpson, which is EGSP. Move the cursor to the third position, go to S, and then P. Simpson, Peterborough, happy with that, and now we can exit by pressing the cursor again. It will then show you all the waypoints, including the start and the end points. And when it looks good, we just press flight plan again, and it takes us back to the moving map with the path already highlighted or indicated, and the first leg is highlighted. I can zoom in a little bit. So let's start flying. Let's simulate a flight at 2000 feet. I increase the speed that I simulate flying so that we don't have to wait. Okay, I slow it down a little bit because it's already indicated that I have to turn into a new position, which will be indicated down here as long as we've got the CDI indicators at the GPS. Because of the high speed, I started to turn quite high. Sorry, quite early. Okay, I speed it up a little bit. slow down so that I can show you. But what I would be doing in flight, I would be setting the radio for the next waypoint, which will be Simpson. So on the moving map, I click the smaller button or knob twice until it gets to the fourth navigation page, which is the next radio I have to tune to. In this case it is the radio frequency of Simpson. In order to tune in, I just press the cursor button to highlight the flashing sign on the screen, and then using the next page to go down to radio frequency. Press enter. It will then copy the frequency to the standby radio side, and then flip-flop it to the active comms frequency. Press the cursor button again so that we are out from the flashing state of the radio, and then go back to the moving map. At this stage, let's just imagine that I'm not gonna go to Simpson after all, but I just turn back. How would I set the flight plan? Press the flight plan button, and then menu. Go down to invert flight plan and enter. Now, flight plan will automatically change direction, and I will be put into the leg which is nearest to me. Flight plan again will show me on the moving map what's going on. So my little autopilot is turning my plane to the south or southeast. Well, this is a brief overview of how I would use the Garmin 430 to plan and to execute my flight plan. Thanks for attention.